Good morning. This is Chris Greenwood. I'm the Blue Ridge Broker coming to you atop of Roan Mountain in Tennessee. This is the transition point from the Smokies in Tennessee to the Blue Ridge in North Carolina. And it's Memorial Day, Saturday, May 25th. Today is a pretty big weekend. Normally, the rhododendron flowers have already begun to bloom, and they haven't yet. It's about 7 days, maybe 10 days away. They have a festival in mid-June here. But of significance here is that this is where the Appalachian Trail hikers come through on their way to Maine. A lot of these folks start at the end of February and March, and they're about 500 miles into their trip. So they'll come through here, come to Carver's Gap, which is about a mile to my west here. They've got a shelter over there, and they continue on down for about 19 miles here. They'll come down in the Tennessee, North Carolina area, and there's a couple of hostels for them. They have friends that'll pick them up in cars and take them and get them showers, replenish their food. There's a couple, they can overnight, but it's a whole journey. They hike about 15 to 18 miles a day, and they're about 25% of the way of the trip. And of the 3,000 people that make the attempt each year, they say that 25% don't complete it, the other 75%. And not only do some people start in Georgia, but other people start in Maine, come down. And we just began to see them about 3 weeks ago. We'll see them for about 2 more weeks into mid-June, and then we'll see the folks from Maine at the beginning of September that are coming down that will finish up in Georgia. So of significance up here in Roan Mountain, also you can see over my right shoulder, we've got like 50 different mountains. Mount Mitchell is the highest east of the Mississippi, 6,800 feet. And this is just, if you've watched my videos, I'm trying to come out and show you places that are just really fun to go to. And this is one of them for its reason. There's a lot of people here when I'll turn my camera in the mirror that are coming up for rhododendrons and with families and stuff like that. But it's just, if I can plant a seed in your mind about dreams of where to go places so you can get out in unair-conditioned climates, this is one of them. It's probably 65 degrees today. It's going to go up to maybe 75. What I want to talk about up here is that a lot of folks living on the eastern coast here in North Carolina, down in South Florida and so forth, they're facing some pretty serious increase in price in their home insurance, auto insurance, and their homeowners association insurance. And what's happened down in Florida is a couple different things, but one is the Champlain Tower that fell down three years ago has created a new inspection series that's putting it upon owners. Insurance's costs have risen. The HOA fees are going up because they have to modify the building to meet certain specifications. The Hurricane Ian that happened 2 years ago spiked the prices. And then a lot of them got hit last year with these new automobile insurances. I own 2 vehicles up here, and I just moved up from Florida a year and a half ago. And when I moved up here, they tried to bill me $3,500. I'm paying $1,000 every 6 months up here for 2 vehicles, and one of them's a 2021. So significantly lower in cost. And when I talk about the change, so we do have the coastal areas, and I'm talking about Florida a lot because Florida inherited a lot of people from the post-COVID, the migration, as did Charlotte over here. And what that has done to people is it depleted all the inventory. And right now in a lot of areas, people can't move because it's going to be too expensive. If they buy another property, their property taxes are going to be higher. So they don't have a lot of options. And now people that are in condos, they've got HOA fees coming up on $1,000 or more, which are just as much as their mortgage or higher. And new people that want to buy homes down there, they may not qualify because they've got mortgage, they got HOA fees. So what you have here in North Carolina is you have a softer market. We don't have those HOA fees. If they do exist, they're typically in affluent communities, are much, much lower, maybe $400 like annually or something like that. They don't, the automobile insurance is much cheaper. They do their insurance down by the coastal areas. They have the same issue. They've gotten really high increases down there, but in the areas of Charlotte, here in the mountains, it's normal. Matter of fact, I spoke with the property insurer yesterday, and she was telling me she was working with a woman that they got notice from their insurers that they're going up like 99%. She's trying to help her out. And one of the things she's talking about is, listen, sell and get a single family home or something. So we've got some markets here. Lenore, which is probably about 50 miles to the east of here. Right over my back is Bakersville, just a really beautiful community that a lot of people have moved into. We've got the Tri-Cities, which is Johnson City, Bristol, and Kingsport, about 25 minutes away. And then Boone, the Highlands, is basically about 25 minutes that way, where you get Banner Elk, Boone, and Blowing Rock. And if you've watched my videos, you've heard me talk about that. So, you know, why am I talking about some of these increases? Is that I think the lesson from the recession we had in 2008 was that reduce your debt, lower your expenses. And I think everyone kind of got the message there. And unfortunately, because of these increases post-pandemic, people expect, we have inflation, we've got increased homeowner insurance, HOA fees. That was something that people couldn't control, didn't see coming. So what I'm thinking is probably going to play out here is a lot of people that move to these new destinations in Florida, in other places, they're going to come to the realization they're going to have to sell and move to a more affordable area. And I think some of them are coming to that now. I think the others will come in the next 2 to 3 years. But once they make that decision, we have that type of marketplace they can come into here where you can find $250,000 to $350,000 homes. You're not going to have the high HOA fees. You're going to see immediate reduction in your auto insurance, as you will in your homeowner insurance. So, and then again, as I continue to show these abundant areas outdoors, it's just it's a playground here in the summer. And you know, you don't hear the drone of air conditioning condensers running. I will say that off the mountain, 25 miles either direction, you will be warmer. But up here, the nights are generally cool, low 60s, upper 50s. And so it's pleasant. So if you're tired of the hot and humid temps that you get in some of your summer climates, and you're tired of the automobile, the high homeowner insurance, high automobile insurance, then thinking about a move to North Carolina may not be a bad idea. And I'm here to help you if you'd like to establish a relationship, begin working together, explore some areas. I'll leave my information, but 954-290-5467. Again, I'm Chris Greenwood. I'm a broker, North Carolina, and I'd be happy to help you. Have a good day.